Rainy spring sports season continued last week. Today we'll talk about your varsity sports for the Anderson Raptors with AD Chris Newton. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. We usually do this in the afternoon, but today we're doing it in the morning, and I'm still on my first cup of coffee. So let's rip through this rainy spring and uh,
I'll be raring to go. I'm on my third.
woo! You're
Let's
shut out of the
go.
cannon then. Let's rock and
Let's
roll.
go.
Hey, varsity baseball for ECC this year has been very competitive. Don't you agree? I mean,
Oh, without a doubt.
yep.
It's that's one of the things. Our league is competitive in so many sports. Baseball's right up there with
No
the
question.
number one. And you play so many games, so you have so many opportunities to for schools to beat up on each other. And this year is another one of those years. I mean, it's going to go down to the wire.
Hey, I've never asked you this. This is kind of off the cuff. What are your thoughts about the back-to-back games? Because back when I was coaching, we didn't do that. It was kind
Yeah,
of spread out. What are your thoughts on the back-to-back? Do you like
I
it?
love it. I
Okay.
absolutely love it. And the reason why, one of the reasons why I love it is I remember when I was at Coleraine, um, we were playing. We there was a team in our league that was not very good,
Okay.
and they had one of the best pitchers in the city of Cincinnati. And I mean, the guy, he got drafted. He was unbelievable. So, um, if he shut you out, obviously you weren't winning. And I remember when we didn't play back to back. So unfortunately, we saw him both times. Yeah. And we lost both times to him. And the team that won the league didn't face him ever.
Interesting.
And it's when you play back to back, that's a true team
Yes.
because you're not throwing the same pitcher against you, and you've got to have a staff. You really
Right.
do. And it allows for me it's better competition throughout, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Now we did it with our softball as well.
Okay.
We have since changed that.
Ooh.
Now
Okay.
our softball does not follow that because, pretty much it's the same softball pitcher every time. So there's no need to play back to back.
Because I'm guessing
Is
they don't have pitch limit.
correct. Correct. Well, and it's that I mean softball, you get that same pitcher just goes and goes and goes.
So if you've got two really solid starters and a decent pen, um, you can make hay in league play on those back-to-back games.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And then tradition we're Monday, Wednesday, Friday league.
Okay.
Okay. So, your number one, just all depends on how he is, how he bounces back. But, I've known guys that have gone Monday, Friday, Wednesday.
Ooh. Okay. If
That's
they
how they
manage the
roll.
pitch limit, if it's managed right.
Um, yeah, yeah, as long as they don't exceed that. And the pitch limits actually changed. It used to be what, 10 innings in 3 days.
Yes.
Now it's a pitch limit. If you
Number of
throw a
pitches, right?
certain number
Yeah.
of pitches, you have to sit out so many days. Yeah.
Got it. Well, thanks for sharing that. I was just
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, and I thought I'm on my first cup of coffee, so let's get that question out of the way. So good.
Yeah.
Looks like a busy week. This weather, the temperatures are getting better, but my goodness. Let's talk baseball. They're playing in a very tough league. They're playing 500 ball, which is great. They're hanging in there. They've got Walnut this week. They had Walnut last night. Little Miami at the end of the week and beginning of next week. Let's talk baseball, Coach.
Yeah. So, we're sitting there. What are we? We're 7-5 in the league right now. And Lebanon and Loveland have they've been tearing it up. And it's crazy. We lost to Loveland in extra innings, and maybe even Loveland. I think Loveland we lost 2-1, but we beat both of them as well. So we can compete with anybody.
Sure.
Um, but Loveland and Lebanon up there with 10 wins, and you got Turpin with 8, Little Miami with 6, and we got 7. So it's still a race. Um, we got a big win last night, a comeback win versus Walnut Hills last night. We got Madeira today in a little non-league action. And then we got Walnut again Wednesday. We got a little non-league action Thursday versus Edgewood, and then Little Miami Friday. So we're fortunate that we still have we've got some games left against that we can get after it, and I think the upper echelon teams play each other still.
Right?
So
Because
you know
seed
we
meetings this weekend, right? Seed meetings
yes
this
sir,
weekend.
yes sir,
So you want to have a good week. Uh,
yeah.
Madera's got a nice club. That'll be a nice
Yeah.
non-league game.
Yeah,
Um,
and yeah, in Edgewood's in our district bracket this year, so it'll be good to see them, see what they got.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
So things are shaping up nice. And again, we've got Mason Glenn and Connor Fetcher on the mound, and those two, you talk good two solid pitchers, and I mean, we're ready to get after it. Our closer, Corbin Newberry, I got to tell you, when he comes in, I mean, he pumps the cheddar. So
nice.
um, get us to the end of the game, and we're going to be all right.
Yeah, it sounds promising for sure.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. Good luck to baseball. Hopefully, it's get a lot of games, a lot of innings in this week, and we'll talk next week and recap all those. Let's switch over to the smaller diamond. Softball also playing 500 ball in an extremely tough ECC this year. Let me check here. Let's see, got Ursuline at home Thursday, but I'm sure I'm missing a couple with all the changes this week.
That's the crazy thing. So today we got Little Miami.
Okay.
Tomorrow is West Claremont. We were in the middle of that game on Friday.
Yeah.
Thursday's Ursuline.
Okay.
Friday is Milford. Saturday's Mercy McCauley. So we
Wow.
got an action-packed week, and again, we're you got your Lebanon and Kings that are 15 and 14 and 1 and they're
Yes.
just absolutely tearing it up. But we're 6 and 8 in the league,
Right.
and we're competing, hopefully for third place.
Yeah, it's great. Good luck to the girls. I know we'll talk next week about their first tournament game next week at
Yeah,
Harrison.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
spend more time on that next week. But good luck to the girls this week.
yeah.
Plug it away.
Maddie Shaver, we got Maddie Shaver and Riley Ritter have just been tearing the cover off the ball for us this year. And so we're excited for them to keep getting after it, and they stay hot. Anything can happen.
That's right. Yeah, good luck to the girls. Let's go. Let's talk lacrosse. Let's start with the girls first.
Okay.
They're playing hard. They're competing.
Yeah.
And just like all the other sports in the ECC, it's a newer sport, and it's for the league, and it's the competition's just getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Tonight, you guys host Summit Country Day, unless that changed to put a league game.
Senior night.
Yeah,
Senior night tonight. Yeah. It's
congratulations to
exciting.
the seniors. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Thursday, Little Miami. Saturday, Beachmont Avenue comes over. Um, so that three tough games this week for the girls.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk
Well,
early.
and we played Walnut last night. Took the L. The AD's not the greatest of schedule makers. We have prom on Saturday, right? So
Yes,
what do we do the next week? We've got Monday,
load it
um,
up.
Monday and Tuesday. So be mad at the AD for that. But it's gosh darn it. Um, the girls, we were playing well, and then we just kind of lost some gas last night, and the second half wasn't good for us. But hopefully. Hopefully tonight will be a good one with again Summit and Little Miami McNick coming up. But senior night, an opportunity to celebrate our seniors, and we got some really good seniors, and it'll be a nice to celebrate them. And again, Sarah Chapman and Stella Armstrong have just been lighting it up in the goal, scoring goals for us. So um, we're excited to honor them and celebrate them tonight.
Yeah, congratulations to the seniors. That's great.
Yes.
Hope it's a great night for you, and make sure you thank your coaches. So let's go to the boys' side. They're also playing hard, getting better. Took a tough one on the chin to McNick last week. This week, right now, I see Little Miami at Little Miami, and you host Lebanon on. No, that's the following week. So it looks like
Yeah.
I just on the schedule. I just show Little Miami this week.
Yeah, it's a light week this week, and they've earned it. That's for sure. We're still trying to find a date for a game that was canceled. So, but yeah, we played Saturday morning, and I got to tell you, I don't know if you were outside in that, but it was
Saturday
one
was
of the
brutal.
it was just absolutely brutal. And our boys, they fought like crazy. Wyoming has a really good squad. I think they were 11-2 coming in. And our boys competed their tail ends off in just miserable conditions. Fortunately for me, that first half, I was out there with Nathan and Annie working hard out there, and fortunately, they needed my assistance up in the press box for part of the second half. So
You
hey,
heard that? You heard
I
the
didn't
call.
want to. I didn't want to go up there. I didn't, Rob. I did not want to go up. I wanted to be in the pouring down rain that was coming sideways and smacking me in the face and holding an umbrella. But I really needed to assist those guys in the press box for
Yes,
just a
you did.
little bit. Yes.
Especially the
Um,
timer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard. It's hard to see out there, so I wanted to help them out.
How'd you
But
do
it
with
was,
that?
I guess I did well because they kept wanting me to stay up there.
Got it.
But Nathan did an amazing job down there keeping track. We not only had to hire officials for Saturday's game, we had to hire lifeguards as well, just in case a kid fell down and had the possibility of drowning.
To throw the
Uh,
buoy.
Gosh, it was unbelievable,
Yeah.
unbelievable. But we made it through, and again, our kids were our kids battled all the way to the very end. That's what you love to see.
Yep.
Compete. Love to
High
see them
school,
compete.
high school sports. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, good luck to them this week on a light schedule. Make the best of it, and we'll talk next week. Get everybody set up for tournament time. Let's go to
Yeah.
the hard court.
Yeah.
And let's talk boys tennis. They've got traveling over to Blue Ash Rec Center to take on the Crusaders of Moeller today. Hopefully, this rain that's coming down currently gets out of here and things dry. And then hosting West Claremont on Wednesday, and believe it or not, the ECC championships on Thursday. So
Yeah.
tournament time is here for boys tennis.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely be getting after it. We're super excited about the ECC tournament coming up. Um,
Where will that be played? Is that at Mason again this
it's at
year?
Mason. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a
We
nice
used to,
job.
we did play it out at the ATP, but with all the constructions going on out there.
Right.
Um,
They're a little
so
busy.
we played out May, and it's great. I love when we play it at Mason because there's so many there's there's so many courts, but you can see them all.
Yep.
When we play it at the ATP, you really, you're blocked off, so you're watching one at a time, and so here you can watch multiple events. So I love it. We got Calvin Bruckner and Scott Koopman. I'm telling you, are doing a great job for us, and excited to see what they can do. And there are some really really good tennis players in our league as well, and it's impressive.
Yep.
Some of these kids come in. It's like, I mean, and again, I think Scott Koopman and Calvin Bruckner are as good as around, but oh my gosh, some of these kids come in, and it's just like, what in the world? So the competition is great, and that ECC tournament is going to be a blast.
Yes. Good luck. Hopefully, we get some decent tennis weather this week,
Yeah,
and
it'd be nice.
get all the matches in. And good luck. Good luck to boys tennis. Let's go to track and field.
Yeah,
Take a peek. We got to be getting close to tournament time. for them as well. Let's see, we've got the Marymount Invitational on Wednesday. I
Yep.
know Tom earlier yesterday talked about that. They're excited for that. And then the Rod Russell at Mason on Friday. And then the following week, you're the ECC championship. Are you guys hosting?
We're the hostess with the mostest there on Wednesday and Friday. So we've put in the request with Mother Nature. Please no rain,
Is it
especially no
rejected?
lightning, thunder, no
Yeah.
electricity in the air. And yeah, we'll be excited. We're moving the times up a little bit, and our unfortunately our lights, our stadium lights, are still not working. Um, but
Is that
everybody's
because,
been
is that a result of the power outage you guys had
you,
a little while
you
ago?
know, I don't think anybody is 100% sure because of until we dive in, until they actually replace it, the transformer. I don't think they know exactly. Um, So we'll see. I mean, we're getting there. It's going to be soon. I just have a hunch it's going to be soon, but we'll definitely we've moved some times up just to make sure
Sure.
that we're going to be good. And our ECC is everybody is willing to work with you so much, and so all is good. We're excited for Friday or for Wednesday and Friday of next week, but we got two big meets here. So the Marymount and the Mason. Mason always has, the biggest teams there, and you really find out a lot about
Yeah.
yourself and see where you stand. So it'll be good for our kids.
Perfect. Next week we'll tee up the ECC championship. So
Oh yeah, baby.
we'll tee that up for everybody next week on Monday.
Yeah.
Great. So let's wrap up this week. Newt, talking boys volleyball, having a really nice season. Looks like,
Yeah.
from what I can tell, I don't know what they did against Mason last night, but going into Mason, looks like they had a four match win streak going. And I know Mason's really tough. So how did that go last night?
Yeah, we took that one on the chin last night.
Mason's good.
Um, Unfortunately, we did not come out on top. Um, but these guys, it's wild. You know, in girls volleyball, we play like every Tuesday, Thursday. You might mix in a Monday, you might mix in a Saturday because the season's so long,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Springtime is an absolute sprint.
Yeah.
So our boys last week played Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
This week they play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I mean, they get after it. And but we couldn't be happier with this team. And we had senior night the other night. And it was fantastic. Um, I'm getting ready to call up. This is the type of school Anderson High School is here, Rob. A perfect example.
Okay.
So we're in AP testing right now, right?
Okay.
So so our gym is used for AP testing. It's
Oh, okay.
the tarps are down, the tables are up, and it remains like that for 2 weeks. So, our teams know, you're not getting in the gym. It's set up that way for 2 weeks. And, you got 100 kids in there taking the APs, so everything is set up perfect. Well, our boys volleyball team earned a home tournament game. So, we have an afternoon um, AP test on Monday,
Okay.
and our custodians are anxious about, they're excited what they're going to do. Very easily some schools would have said, "Hey, now listen, you're
Can't
going to
do
have
it.
to get on the road." Yeah, not going to be able to do it. But our custodians, are Bill and Sam are just phenomenal people and do anything in the world for kids. So, they're excited. It's like a pit stop, an oil change, seeing
Yeah.
how fast they can pick
Make it happen.
everything up, get everything ready for
Yeah.
volleyball. Okay. Then our volleyball team will play. Then we have Latin awards that night. Okay. Well, it just so happens that I think half of our team is in Latin awards. Our volleyball team is so gosh darn intelligent. So by hosting it instead of going on the road, now these kids are going to be able to attend the Latin Awards,
Nice.
and then our custodians will put everything back.
For testing.
And, I mean, it's a couple hour long process
Your gym
doing
sounds like
all that.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're changing from the basketball court to the ice, and but again, it's a no-brainer for our custodians to do it. I mean, it's just we got great people here. Great people.
Awesome. Good luck to boys volleyball. Road Warriors this week
Yeah.
at Loveland, at Oak Hills, at Fairfield. We'll touch base next week and talk about those results and get everything going. Newt, thanks for squeezing us in today.
Thank you, sir.
We'll have a great week. We'll touch base next Monday and wrap up our spring season and hope it's a great week for the Raptors.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Go Raptors.